Alright guys, Smokey here. The reason why I tell people to watch what they say, watch what they do, know your laws, know your rights, is because of the fact Jefferson County is out there to screw you. Jefferson County, like Wisconsin, like has this deal where like they're losing a bunch of cops. And so here's the deal. I got pulled over one night for a burnout headlight out in Jefferson County, and I told the cop I have the warning from Waukesha. I was out down on Sunset getting some Taco Bell 3 days prior before this pull over. So I didn't think nothing of it, and then all of a sudden this cop was just looking for evidence against me when I asked him simply on why were you sitting across the street, like watching me and my friend on his property, like just hanging out. The cop had nothing to say and automatically was like, "Oh, have you been drinking?" And I told him, "No, I just got off work." "Oh, have you been smoking cannabis?" And I automatically knew this dude was up to no good. And so I'm like, "No, man, I'm not, like, why would I, like, tell you information?" And then all of a sudden, he's like, well, my window was not even wide open. It was only cracked open. I'm like, yeah, I smoke cigarettes, 27s, and vape. Like, I have a vape. Therefore, like, my car did not smell like cannabis. I know what weed smells like. And all of a sudden, next thing you know, the cops like throws his face in my cracked window, and he's like, "It smells like cannabis in your car." I'm like, "Dude, there's no weed in my fucking car." Like, I got so defensive and so pissed because I was getting falsely accused of something. And I told him, "You are falsely accusing me of having cannabis in my car." And he's like, "No, I'm not." I'm like, "You know what, dude? How about this? If I smoke cannabis, it's not even that bad. Like, I rather smoke than drink any day. Like, seriously, just because of the hangovers, don't have time for that." So, anyways, back to the story. The cop left, was like, "All right, we're gonna do a sobriety test. We can do a sobriety test right here, or we can go into someplace that's warm." I knew that was fishy because of the fact they were purposely watching me and set up surveillance just to watch me because I work 2 full-time jobs. You guys want to harass me? Like, and that being said, the cop automatically got in defense, and he's like, "All right, man, you need to step out of the car so we can search your car." I'm like, "Where's your dog? Where's the search warrant? You need a search warrant and a dog to search my car." I'm like, "You can search me. I will step out of my car and search me. You have no right to search my car." And then all of a sudden, like, the cop's like, blah, 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 blah. Like, I have the authority, whatever. So he calls up backup, and this old ass motherfucker comes up. His name is Officer Wolf. And the main officer I was talking to is Officer McKillen or some shit. Like, fat fuck. And all of a sudden, he's like, so I'm sitting there doing a sobriety test. I'm tired. I worked a 14-hour shift. Like, I was done for the day. Like, I didn't really get much sleep the night before, so my eyes were kind of bloodshot and kind of skipping. And it was, like, mind you, I got pulled over at like 1 in the morning. I just got done with work. Accused me of being under the influence because he said I failed a sobriety test. And I looked at him square in the face. I'm like, "Dude, you don't know how to do your job. And then all of a sudden he's like, well, in that case, we can go to the hospital and get a blood test. I'm like, why? So you can get evidence against me? Man, we might as well just go to jail, dude. Because that's the whole fucking plan, isn't it? And also, like, all of a sudden he's like, well, well. I'm like, so you have nothing to say, man. How, like, you guys are just looking retarded to me. So all of a sudden, next thing you know, I'm like, dude, just drop me back off at my car. I'm not doing nothing illegal. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't, like, what you guys are doing is more illegal than what I was doing. Driving with a suspended license and a burnout headlight. Oh my God, that's so illegal. But no. So I ended up, in the squad car. I knew, like, that shit was about to start happening and they were trying to take my life away. So, like, out of frustration, I yelled, fuck, really loud. Because I knew what was happening and the path that I was going to go down to. So, all of a sudden, next thing, like, the cops like, well, you gotta sit in jail overnight. I'm like, I'm not sitting in jail overnight. Called up my, like, we got to jail, went through booking. Before we even went through booking, I was contacting my roommate at that time, which lived, like, couple houses down from the cop station. I called my roommate. I called, like, his woman, told him to come get me, and like, that night, and then my roommate, like, was kind of dumb. Like, he's like, no, I'm just gonna let him sit overnight. So basically, I went through all that bullshit. Sat in jail overnight over a burnt out headlight and a suspended license because the cop accused me of having cannabis in my car, which I didn't. The cop searched my whole entire car, which was illegal, after I told him he had no right to search my car without a search warrant and without a dog present. And, like, so the cop's like, well, I can do whatever the fuck I want, basically, attitude. And, like, so I'm like, alright, whatever, fucking dumbass cop. A week goes by. I'm driving a different route. Try to get home, avoid all the cops with the bullshit. And I started, like, there's a one section where I go from, like, where it goes from, like, 60 to 65, and it was like a mile down the road, and I was going 5 over, which is a right to do. Cop pulls me over. Oh, hey man, I see you got your headlight fixed. I automatically knew who it was. And I'm like, oh hey man, what the fuck did you speed me, like what did you pull me over for now? Oh, I pulled you over for speeding. Dude, we both know it's a mile down the road where it changes. Why the fuck are you wasting our time? All of a sudden, the cops, like, calls up for backup. This time he calls up his supervisor. This time he calls up for a canine unit. And, like, when I glanced back at my rearview mirror, I saw that, saw fucking 6 cop cars. And as soon as I told him, like, you have no right to search my car, and, like, I was protecting myself, protecting my freedom, protecting my, like, everything. And I'm like, hey man, call your supervisor over. Supervisor comes over, and I told him, I'm like, here's the story for you, man. This retarded cop accused me of having cannabis in my car and never did. I wonder, like, what he found. The cop's like, oh, that's not your concern, blah, 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 blah. I automatically knew that they were trying to come out and get me for something, because they thought I was a drug dealer when I drive a 2014 blacked out Impala, which I prefer driving. I'm sorry, but I do like Impalas. And next thing, like, so the supervisor, so like, I asked the supervisor, I'm like, you guys know you have no right to do this. Like, I will make sure everybody loses their jobs because of this. And then all of a sudden, like, they pull out they're like, so, we're gonna send out the canine unit. I'm like, for what? There's no drugs in my car. What the fuck do you need a canine unit for? You are accusing me of being a drug dealer. You realize that. And the cop's like, oh no, we just want to make sure. No, dumbass, you are accusing me of being a drug dealer. Are you not? Dumbass had no reason to like say what he said, and he's like, oh, we are under the suspicion that you are a drug dealer. I'm like, what? For 2 jobs? You think I'm a drug dealer? You guys are retarded as fuck. So, anyways, after like the canine unit went around my car, didn't even bark once, didn't even sign, didn't sit down, didn't do anything. Went all around my car. I knew automatically that this second time was a setup. So I'm like, hey guys, I will step out of my car. You guys search me, not my car, because you have no right to be up in my car. And like, I literally had no weed in my car or anything. As soon as the dog got done circling my car, they got back to the squad car behind me. Then that's when the dog barked. I'm like, so I called the supervisor over and the canine guy. I'm like, hey, dumbasses, your dog just barked. Why did it bark? I want to know. For my own safety. And this whole time I was videotaping. And I wish I could get that tape. So anyways, like, there was no drugs in my car. Behold, holy shit, no drugs. So they were sitting there making me look bad. Then, next thing you know, I'm, like, they took me in for booking, and then they released me. I'm like, this does not seem right. And I'm like, alright, whatever. Went home, told my dude, hey, these cops are honestly harassing me, honestly looking at me like I'm a drug dealer. What the fuck, man? And he's like, oh, no, they aren't doing shit, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Just let it be. I'm like, dude, they are harassing me. Big time. So, all of a sudden, so I, like, after that whole entire deal, like, I went through booking and whatever, went home, got my car towed for no fucking reason. And, so after that, whole second time I got pulled over, I looked at my guy. We were, like, just chilling, just hanging out, and I looked at him. I'm like, dude, like, I need to move. I'm gonna move within this week. Like, I'm leaving. I'm sorry. I just can't handle these cops that are just in there harassing me, thinking I'm a drug dealer, which I'm not. I work 2 full-time jobs just to survive in this world. And it's like, oh, man, like, I wish you could stay. I wish you could work out. Like, I'm like, dude, I'm not going to jail like you did. And it's like, oh, that's very understandable. So I moved out, left all my shit there. I just packed all my clothes, moved out, like, within that week, moved out to Sussex. So everything was fine out in Sussex. I got pulled over for a suspended license, which is all right. Like, I really didn't care. It was that boohoo, like, nothing new. Like, then I'm like, all right. I didn't think nothing of it. I go into court out in Jefferson for the fake OWI case. This is what they gave me. Because I told them I'm not guilty for the charges that you guys are presenting. And I told them, I'm like, what you guys are doing and are about to do is completely illegal and is against the law. The judge basically said, well, this is my courtroom. I can do whatever the fuck I want, basically. That's her attitude. So I'm like, all right, like I'm pleading not guilty for the charges that you guys are giving me still, because there's no evidence. So all of a sudden, she's like, all right, well, like I even told her, I'm like, I sat in jail sober. It would be one thing if I was drunk as hell or high off my ass on cocaine or whatever the fuck you guys were assuming I was on. Like, it won't be so bad. That whole entire, like, and I even told her, I'm like, that whole entire night, I was pacing for fucking hours because I was so pissed off at your fucking retarded cops. Well, obviously, she did not like my language and then obviously thought I was a menace to society. So she's like, well, I'm going to give you a breathalyzer, like the locanism for alcohol. I'm like, locanism for alcohol? But hold on, this is a cannabis case. This makes no sense. You guys are flat broke. Like, that's what it's boiling down to. Like, you guys are trying to get money out of me. And as soon as I said that, her demeanor changed and said, well, you're still going to get that locanism. I'm like, fine. I'm losing my car anyway, so fuck it. Because it was under repo and I was trying to find a place to, like, live for a long term. And so all of a sudden, like, I'm like, all right, well, Your Honor, does it occur to you that I got pulled over by that same retarded cop and accused me of the same exact thing? She sat there for a minute, like silent. And said, well, there's nothing I really can do anything about it. Like, I had my roommate at that time from Sussex to take me all the way out to, like, to take me out to Jefferson. I knew the cops were purposely tracking me, purposely watching me, purposely harassing me, just because they can. Because they have badges. So, I leave with the courthouse. I'm on the phone with my, like, roommate trying to find her, and I told her, hey, meet me over here at the gas station, whatever. This whole entire time, the same retarded ass cop was circling me. I'm just walking around town, like, minding my own shit, minding my own business. Had this folder full of nothing but fucking tickets, man. You should see my folder. And my second, part 2. So yeah, like, this cop was purposely, like, watching. He's like, oh, how did you get out here? All of a sudden, next thing you know, they finally, like, found my roommate, and, like, my roommate's car, ran her plates, figured out, like, where I'm staying, and it, like, and then next thing, like, so, like, next thing you know, like, the cop that pulled me over with suspended license, kind of like let me go, whatever. He understood what I was like I was just trying to keep low and everything. So all of a sudden, next thing you know, I have one of their cops. Like, next thing you know, I have one of their Sussex City cops sitting outside of, like, my apartments that I was staying at that time. Like, just watching my car coming and going. Then I automatically knew that Jefferson County fucking called them. Like, and meanwhile, I go out to, like, before, like, I even moved out to Sussex, I literally got surrounded by cops out in Delafield because of the cops out in Jefferson were off duty, came into my territory, came into my city where I worked at, and called the fucking cops on me. So I'm sitting around with 5 fucking Delafield cops, and I'm like, hey guys, how can I help you? What? I know somebody called the fucking cops on me. I'm not fucking retarded, dude. I saw you guys circling this apartment, like this fucking place, and blocked all entrances just to come out and get me. You guys targeted me for no fucking reason. Just to give me a ticket for a suspended license? Please, come on. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, where do you work? Obviously you saw me come out of fucking work, man. So don't play stupid ass games like that. Then all of a sudden they're like, oh, well, we don't, well. I'm like, what? You have an issue with people that are being a little bit aggressive? Is that the issue? And they're like, well, yeah. I'm like, exactly. So therefore, I'll call my manager right now. Call up my manager. Hey, come outside. She comes outside. She's like, I'm like, I'm surrounded by 5 cops. Don't fucking, like, worry. Don't say stupid shit. Whatever. She comes out. They're like, oh, do you know this guy? Blah, 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 blah. And she's like, oh, yeah, he's our dishwasher, whatever, blah, blah, blah. He was work here for, like, X amount, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, all right, well, if these dumbass cops want to sit here and play games, I would just let my impala sit here for fucking 5 days. So I did. I'm like, so I let my car sit for 5 days in my work's parking lot. So the cops can sit there and watch it, like, so they can see something magical, like it will transform or bullshit. So all of a sudden, like, I go out to get my car and then I end up finding a spot to live. And I can't share where I live due to my own safety, because I know cops will be watching this shit. So, next thing you know, I was, my car died, got it towed to my house and whatever. And, so I let my car sit. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, I noticed this Sussex cop. Oh no, Summit cop. Sitting across the street in a park, like an actual park. I will show you guys in a part 2 or 3, whatever. So, I'm I asked my current roommate, I'm like, how often do these cops sit here, man? Because I have to be aware of my surroundings because of the harassment. And he's like, oh, he always sits there, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no, dude, he's sitting there every single day watching my fucking car, dude. I'm not retarded. Obviously, I can't drive my car because the engine was shot. And so I started doing Lyft and Uber. So this cop finally, after my car got repoed, because I finally called him and told him, come get it whenever the fuck you guys want. No, they didn't want to listen to me. So, finally, they finally came and got it. Thank God. And then after a week or 2 after the car, vanished, the cops stopped, hanging out across the street, watching my car. I'm, sitting there, thinking, I wonder what's on my record. Because of the fact there's no reason for cops to be behaving like this for an individual that works 2 full-time jobs. And here's the real deal, man. First time I got a speeding ticket was from some dumbass bitch. I was hitting 90 on the freeway, and she's like, oh, you're going 10 over, blah, 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 blah. You know that's super dangerous. I'm like, dude, you realize that it's 2 in the morning? Do you see any cars out here? Out in the 6? Looks around all stupid. I'm like, so why are you being retarded? Then all of a sudden she gave me a ticket for that, bullshit. So anyways, that's my story for the cops. Watch out for cops. Watch out for the court system. Their purpose, if you look like a person that will be want to go out and work, or you look like a person that is suspicious, yeah, cops will come and fuck with you. But here's the deal. You can look suspicious. You can act or dress however the fuck you want, man. Cops will still fuck with you. Now, like, that's the deal. Like, I got harassed out in Jefferson County for no reason. And when I told the cops that and told a couple lawyers about that, oh, hey, guys, here's another thing. I went into my court for my second time I got pulled over, and they accused me second time of having cannabis. They honestly like they gave me a different judge, and I'm like, looked at the judge, and I'm like, dude, this whole thing is a setup. Like, I was in jail a week before this. I was sitting in jail sober, and the judge before this gave me a bullshit OWI case, which I think I shouldn't even be getting. And he's like, well, whatever. Is this your lawyer? I'm like, yeah, my lawyer doesn't even do much. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but who the fuck gave me this lawyer? He's a complete dumbass. Because when I asked my lawyer this, I'm like, so, like, I asked him a couple of questions. I'm like this. So, why do you think why do you believe I should be in jail? Like, why do you think I should be in jail? Because you keep saying, if you don't do this, you're going to jail. So I asked him, why do you think I should be in jail? Why do you believe I should be in jail? I didn't do anything wrong. You guys came out of nowhere, pulled some bullshit out of your ass, and came after me. This is the response I got. I'm like, do you even know how to do your damn job? Why did they pull you over again? Like, and this whole entire time I tell this motherfucker my story, he did not even listen. I'm like, where's the dash cam footage? Show me the dash cam footage that I was under the influence of, like, cannabis. He didn't want to show that. He didn't want to show the fact that, like the cops did some stupid and did a retarded shit. They were just trying to make me look bad as fuck, and I don't tolerate that shit. So I even told him, I'm like, you know what? If I ever come back in this city and your cops pull me over, I will request you to be my lawyer, so you can honestly see the harassment that happens. And so he's like, well. I'm like, dude, there's a reason why I'm aggressive. I'm sick of dumb ass fucks fucking with me.